Yes, let's see that how the current can flow through the liquids. Okay, so the next topic is conduction in liquids. The current in molten metals. Molten metals, see, if we take any molten metal, in the previous one I have told you that we take a metal bar which is a solid. Now if we melt a metal and if we take a molten metal, then also the current is going to flow due to the flow of electrons. Okay, and even if we take a liquid metal like mercury, this is a symbol of mercury. So when we take mercury, mercury is a liquid metal, so here also the flow is due to the flow of electrons. Okay, but when we talk about conduction in liquids, then it is different. Different means that in case of liquids, what will happen is that in liquids the current flows due to charged particles known as ions. This is very, very important that you should know that in case of metals, that is in case of solids, plus the molten metal or the liquid metal, here the flow is due to the flow of electrons. The current flows due to the flow of electrons. But in case of liquids, the current flows due to ions produced in them. Now what are these ions? Ions are actually charged particles. Ions are charged particles. Ions are charged particles and the current flows due to the ions. An atom has actually same number of electrons and protons. Okay, if I talk about, still you have not read about the atomic number and all, but still see, suppose I talk about potassium. Okay, this is a symbol of potassium. You need to learn all the symbols which are given in your book. Okay, so this is potassium. Potassium has atomic number equal to 19, or you just understand that it has 19 protons. Okay, just understand this, that it has 19 protons and the protons are equal to electrons. Positive charge and negative charge is same. For potassium, positive and this is negative. Potassium has same positive and negative charge. Now what will happen is that when we pass electricity through it, what will happen is that it is going to, suppose it is going to lose the electron. Now when potassium loses the electron, okay, then what will happen is that naturally this minus 19 will become minus 18. It has lost electron, means minus, right? So it has lost one electron, so minus 19 becomes minus 18 and this remains plus 19 because they are not going to lose or gain positively charged particles, right? So this becomes plus 19 and minus 18. Now the net charge naturally is plus 1. Okay, plus 19 minus 18 is plus 1. That is why potassium ion is K positive. Okay, we write it like this. So it loses the electron. So do understand this, that how it has, how do we get this positive charge? Because it has lost one electron. So when an atom is going to lose electron, then it will get positive charge, and when it is going to gain the electron, then it will become negatively charged particle, that is negatively charged ion. Okay, for example, if I talk about iodine, this is I. If it gains one electron, then it will become I minus, because it has gained one minus or one electron or one negatively charged particle. In the same way, if we want to write for calcium, calcium is going to lose 2 electrons. When calcium loses 2 electrons, it will attain Ca plus 2. This becomes calcium ion. This will become actually for calcium, let me tell you that it has 2 electrons which are extra, or you can say that it has plus 20. Okay, it has 20 positive charge and 20 negative charge. So when it loses 2 electrons, then what will happen? This will become minus 18 and this remains plus 20. So 20 minus 18 is plus 2. That is why this calcium attains positive 2 charge. Same is with chlorine. Chlorine is 17. You are not supposed to learn these that how many protons are there or how many electrons are there. This you will learn in your higher classes. This is only to explain you that how this positive or negative charge has come on this. Okay, so chlorine also, chlorine gains electron, right? Chlorine has 17 plus and 17 minus. So when it gains the electron, this becomes naturally plus 17 and this becomes minus 18. So the net charge is minus 1 and chlorine becomes this. This is your chloride ion. This is known as chloride ion. So what you need to learn is that what is the charge on this? Okay, Cl minus and this is Ca plus 2. This is K plus. Okay, you need to learn the charges on this. These are known as ions. The charged particles are known as ions. Ions can be positively charged. Ions can be positively charged or ions can be negatively charged. If an atom is going to lose the electron, then it will be positively charged ion. Then it will form positively charged ion. And if it is going to gain the electron, naturally gain electron means gain minus charge. So this will become negatively charged ion. Okay.